friends. As I'm sure you know, I hardly posted anything this summer. I am so sorry about that. I know I promised so many new videos this year and haven't really followed through, but I thought I would give some sort of an explanation. I just saw lightning. That was crazy. So this summer was looking super promising at first. I had a paid internship lined up. I had a bunch of hangouts and videos planned, I was gonna be so productive, but things change. About a week or so before the internship was supposed to start, I had this super strong gut feeling that I needed to go back to the camp I've been working at for a few years and work there this summer. And it came out of nowhere. I woke up one day and I was like, I have to go back. And I've made some pretty impulsive decisions and regretted them super quickly, but I also knew that I didn't really have a lot of time to make a decision. So I gave myself 3 days-ish. And if I felt the same way after those 3 days, then I would quit the internship and go work at camp. And then 3 days came and went and I still felt so strongly that I had to go work at camp. So I emailed the program I got the internship through and quit. And then I emailed my old boss and I was like, can you please take me back? I really was convinced that I was not gonna be able to work. I overthought it all. And I was like, oh, I bet he's so mad at me. I bet whatever. Which realistically was never gonna be the case. He was actually super excited for me to come back. So I emailed back and forth with him a little bit and I eventually signed a volunteer contract to work 2 weeks that summer. And also attend staff training and all the volunteer training stuff. As your life typically does when you work at a summer camp, my life was flipped upside down for a little bit. I was staying with a friend for 3 straight weeks. I was leaving the house at 7 a.m. and coming back sometimes 11:30 p.m. It took over my life for those 3 weeks and still somehow went by super quickly. So after my 2 official working weeks were up, I was like, I haven't had enough. I need to come back and do more. So I signed up for 2 more weeks and then worked those 2 weeks and all of a sudden it was July. What? During the first few weeks of camp, I made the decision, this was more of an impulse decision, to go to our overnight campus and actually be a camper for a week, which, as I think I've mentioned before on here, is not something I typically really enjoy. I feel when you start working at a summer camp, it's really hard to make the switch back to a camper because you know all the inner workings and you can tell when things are going wrong. It's just really stressful and I feel I want to help. But a couple of my friends that I was working with this summer were also going to be campers that one week. It was the week of the 4th of July. So they're you should totally come. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. So I did it. I really didn't think I was going to enjoy it. I went in with kind of low hopes, honestly. But by the end of it, it was the best week I've had ever. I've been a camper before when I was a lot younger, and obviously I had fun then. But I think now that I'm older and I have a better grasp on my emotions, it just meant so much more. I came out of that week feeling so loved and so free. I felt like a kid again for that week, and that hasn't happened for a very long time. So I come back from that week with this newfound joy. This thunder is so loud. And this newfound passion just for camp and for life and for work. So I was obviously I have to work 2 more weeks. I changed my contract for a 3rd time and worked 2 more weeks. I had so much fun working those 2 weeks, but then it was just over. I still don't think I've fully processed that it's over. I've had almost a full week away from camp now, and it still hasn't set in that I'm done. I think once I eventually realize that it is over, I think I'll be okay with it. As much as I didn't want, or as much as I still don't want the summer to end, I feel very satisfied and very content with all the work that I did and with all the fun that I had. I met so many incredible people and deepened my relationships with so many other people I've already known. And even though the summer was nothing at all like what I expected and hoped it to be, I wouldn't have it any other way. And if I could go back, I'd do it all over again. I wouldn't change a single thing. So that's a bit of an explanation. I've been working 12-hour days for 8 weeks. So thank you for your patience with me not uploading even though I said I would. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.